Well, I guess we can do another. Von Helton was right because I was. Folks, what have I been telling you? I told you if you've already got someone, don't message me. All right, now this chick, she wanted me to come be with her, and I was more than happy to do so. But what she neglected to tell me was that she was living with her parents. And so, just as I'm about ready to head her direction, her parents stepped in and said, "Nope, can't have no guy and a little yapping dog." Damn, I got a feather in my throat this morning. Anyway, point being, Von Helm was right again. Folks, if you have somebody already, if you have some kind of living arrangement with someone already, do not message me. If you're living with your parents, or you're living with your cousin, or your aunt, or your uncle, or a friend, or a neighbor, or whatever the fuck, if you've already living with someone, don't message me. Because that person is going to be comfortable, and they're not going to want me and my little dog coming in and upsetting their apple cart. No, they are not. And it doesn't matter whether it's a friend, a neighbor, parents, cousins, aunts, uncles, sisters, brother, it doesn't matter who it is. They're comfortable. And they're not going to want me and the dog upsetting their apple cart. No, they're not. Now this chick was all set for me, but see, she neglected to tell me she was living with her parents. And so her parents put the foot down. Von Helm was right again. Folks, you must live alone. You must be by yourself. You must have your own money. And you must have your own either apartment or house, hopefully with air conditioning. And then you can message me. You must be financially independent and self-sufficient. Now, those are big words. Might want to look them up. But, yeah. Don't message me if you're already living with someone. Because it's not going to work. It's not going to fucking work. Okay? So Von Helm was right, yet again. Wow, what a shock, right? I mean, how many times I got to be right in order for people to listen? It's untelling. But anyway, yeah, I was right. This one chick, she neglected to tell me, see, she was living with her parents. And so finally she messages me and says, "Oh, yeah, my parents put their foot down. You can't come." Well, of course not. Of course not. And in this case, it's their house, not yours. So, it's their house. It's the parent. The parents own the house. Okay, so yeah, the parents get to dictate who comes. Wow, what a shock, right? It's their damn house. They get every right to say who gets in and who gets out. All right. But if you're already living with someone, folks, please don't message me. Because it's very upsetting to me. It's upsetting to whoever you're living with, and it's upsetting to you ultimately because it's kind of like dashing against the rocks there. But anyways, just thought I'd say I was right once again. So if you are living alone, in other words, by yourself, not living with your parents, not living with your cousin, not living with your niece, your nephew, your friend, your neighbor down the road, whatever the fuck, you gotta be living alone. And you need to be financially independent and self-sufficient. And you have to have either an apartment or a house that allows pets, because I have a little yapping dog. So the house, that reminds me of another one. I got another story because there was another place that I was going to go. Got all the way there, and they didn't allow pets. It's like, fuck. So, you got to make sure your place allows pets too, by the way. So, let's be clear on that. All right. And, but you got to be self sufficient, financially independent. Got to have your own apartment or your own house that allows pets and hopefully has working air conditioning. Google's saying even without the bubble, it still might get up to 120 degrees. Of course, now granted, that's going to be in the desert area of Arizona and Nevada, that sort of thing. But still, that's pretty damn hot. So, yeah, you need working air conditioning, guys. Anyways, I said I'd get on here and toot my own horn a little bit, Because, every now and then it's okay to toot my own horn, especially when I'm right? But yes, you need to be alone. You need to be financially independent, financially self-sufficient. You need to have your own place, your own apartment, not your parents' house, because they own it. If you're at your parents' house, they own it, not you. Duh. But anyways, but yeah, you need your own place, your own money, and it has to be pet friendly. And and then you can, and in this particular case, you need to be in the Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania area. Maybe a couple other states too, like say maybe North Carolina, South Carolina. But you need to be where I can get to you. You need to be where I can get to you. Okay? Anyways, I was right again. Toodles.